Good morning, children. Welcome to calligraphy class. In our previous classes, we discussed about the importance of handwriting and into how many zones all the letters of English alphabet are divided into, and as well as we discussed about the upper zone letters also. Now we are going to discuss about the middle zone letters. As I told you earlier, the middle zone is laid between the control and base lines of the 4 lines pattern. The second line is control line, the third line is base line. Between these 2 lines, the middle zone is laid or confined. Just I will draw the middle zone here. This is the middle zone. The letters which are written between these 2 lines are known as the middle zone letters. Just these letters do not enter either into the upper line or into the lower line. Just they are written in the middle of this 4 lines pattern. That is why those letters are known as the middle zone letters. These middle zone letters are written with the help of 2 important strokes. They are, one is the vowel shape. This is the first stroke to write the middle zone letters, and the second stroke is the middle zone stroke. Just a small line connecting the control and base lines. With the help of these 2, we can write 14 middle zone letters, not 1 or 2, but 14 middle zone letters are written with the help of these 2 strokes. Okay? Now I am going to write the middle zone letters on the board. Just observe me. The first middle zone letter is A. A is written with the help of the vowel shape and the middle zone stroke like this. This is the vowel shape, and don't write the vowel shape full. We should not write like this. Up to here we have to stop. And these 2 edges are joined with the middle zone stroke. A, C. Second middle zone letter is C. This is also derived from the vowel shape. And next middle zone letter is E. This is also from the vowel shape. C and E, both these letters are written with the help of the middle zone. C and E. Next middle zone letter is I with the help of this stroke. Just write a small hyphen here. Draw a line between these 2 lines and take a small curve towards the right side, and a dot should be kept at the top. The next middle zone letter is M. M is the combination of 3 middle zone strokes. Like this we have to write. M, N also with the help of this middle zone stroke. O, just an oval shape. R, with the help of the middle zone stroke. we can write R like this. Next S. The next middle zone letter is U. With the help of this stroke we can write U. A straight line and a long hyphen, again a straight line and a short stroke to the right side. V, half vowel, and the stroke should be taken inside the letter. To write V and W, the last stroke should be written inside the letter. The next letter is W. Here these two strokes are written just inside the letter. X. X also written with the help of this middle zone stroke, that we have to write the crossly. Just we should give the strokes like this, X, and the last middle zone letter is Z. Z also written with the help of this middle zone stroke. 3 lines we have to write like this, but while writing, a small wave should be written here in these 2 lines, a small wave. Just a curved line we have to write, and one cross line we have to write in the middle of these 2 strokes. So these are the middle zone letters written with the help of only these 2 strokes. One is the vowel shape, and the second one is the middle zone stroke. Okay. Now I will write these letters in the double rule pattern and on a plain surface also. In 2 lines pattern, now I am going to write these middle zone letters. As I told you in our earlier class, in the 2 lines pattern, just imagine what is the total place here and take the 50% of the place to write these middle zone letters. Just as A, C, E, I, M, N. The size of the letter should not exceed more than the 50% of this 2 lines pattern. O, R, S, U, V, W, X, and Z. Okay? Only in the 50% of this 2 lines pattern we are going to write these middle zone letters. If we have to write the upper zone letters along with this, then we should use the total space of this 2 lines pattern. Okay? Next I will write the same letters on a plain surface also without drawing any line. Okay, now I am going to write A, C, E, I, M N O R S U V W X and Z. These are the middle zone letters written on the 4 lines pattern, the 2 lines pattern, and on the plane surface. Okay? And now we are going to discuss how these letters are written in an improper way by the students. Most of the students use it to write so many mistakes. I will explain them how they use it to write these letters with small mistakes. I will correct those mistakes in my class now. Okay. Some students use it to write A in this way. This is also the oval shape, but the oval shape should not be written like this. It should be written between the control and base lines in this way, and we should stop up to here only, and these two edges are joined with the middle zone stroke like this. So don't write like this or like this. Okay? Next, E. This is the split writing E, and this is the cursive E. But Lucida is a special font of handwriting. In this Lucida, E is not written with a straight line like this. This is only the split handwriting E. The stroke should be lifted up like this. This is the correct way of writing E. In our handwriting book also, E is given in this way only. Just you can observe in our handwritings also, in the handwriting books also. And most of the students, they use it to write I in an improper way. Like this they write. Here, to write E, this much of stroke is not needed. To write I, this much of stroke is not needed. Just a small dot or a small hyphen. From there it is a straight line, and a dot should be kept at the top. So don't write I in this way. This is the wrong way of writing I. And M also. Somebody used it to write in this way, and somebody used it to write like this. These two are the wrong ways of writing M. We should not make any angle at the top like this. An angle should not be made at the top. The angle should not be made at the top like this. It is a small hemisphere between these two lines. We have to write in this way. A small hemisphere should be made at the top. Don't write like this but write in this way, like this we have to write. I am going to write again. Like this we have to write. And n also, in the similar way, somebody used to write by making an angle at the top, and somebody used to write like this by making an angle at the top here. These are all the wrong ways of writing m and n. Just we have to write like this. We have to make a small hemisphere at the top, n. And O. O is nothing but an oval shape. Complete oval shape we have to write. To write O, like this we have to write. Somebody used to write as round as the moon. This is not the correct way of writing O, just it is an oval shape, like this we have to write O. And most of the students make a mistake while they are writing R. Somebody used to write like this, and somebody used to write like this. This is not the correct way of writing R. It is a small hyphen, a straight line, and the stroke, second stroke is, this is the first stroke and this is the second stroke. This second stroke is started between these two lines, like this we have to write R. S. S is a difficult letter to write actually. No person can write S in the similar way if we continuously write 2 or 3 times. Like this we have to write S. U. Most of the students use it to write U in this way. This curve is not needed to write U. It is a small hyphen, straight line, a long stroke, and a straight line, a small stroke like this. 2 straight lines. Here is a straight line and here is a straight line. This is U. V. It is a half oval, like this we have to write in a half oval, and the second stroke is an inner stroke, like this. Inside the letter we have to draw it. This one is the second stroke. W also, in the similar way W also take inside turn in the large stroke. Next X. X. It is a combination of 2 strokes. This one is the first stroke and this one is the second stroke. These 2 strokes have to join here. This is X. If you are not able to write like this, you can do one thing. This is the first stroke. It is easy to write. The second stroke is small tick, and take this slightly towards the down of this letter. Like this we can write X also. This is X. And the last letter of the middle zone, which is mostly written by mistake by the students, is Z. That is a combination of 3 middle zone strokes, 1, 2, 3. But while writing these 2 strokes, the first one and the last one, just a small wave should be made here. Like this we have to write, and these two strokes are joined with the cross line. Like this we have to write. Again I am going to write here. This is Z. Okay? These are the middle zone letters. 14, total 14 letters are there in this middle zone. And one important thing I want to say, that is, middle zone is the important zone. As I told you in our earlier class, from the middle zone, it means from the base of the letter, some strokes are lifted up and some strokes are dragged down. This is very, very important. The base of the letter lies in this middle zone only. So, this middle zone is also known as the heart of the handwriting. Middle zone is also known as the heart of the handwriting. In the human body, heart is very, very important. No, like that, middle zone is also a heart of handwriting. So, concentrate on this middle zone mostly, because not 1, not 2, but 14 letters are laid in this middle zone. Okay, total 14 letters are laid in this middle zone. So, this middle zone is a very, very important zone. It means 14 letters means more than 50% of English alphabet. More than 50% of English alphabet are fallen in this middle zone. That is why this is the important zone, and it is also known as the heart of handwriting. Okay? Okay? The middle zone letters are the base of the handwriting or heart of the handwriting. Why it is called so? Because the first point, as I told you earlier, that is each and every letter is started from the base zone only. From this base zone only we are lifting some strokes to the top, and we are dragging some strokes to the bottom. That is why this handwriting, in this handwriting, the middle zone is very, very important, or the base zone, or the heart of the handwriting. Okay? And next, if you have written the letter D, the base of the letter is this one, and the stroke should be drawn like this. This is the letter D. Okay? The base, the size of the base is this one, and the size of the base is automatically decides the size of the strokes also. If a student wrote D in this way, is the handwriting a legible one? No. Based upon the size of the base only, we have to write the stroke also. That is why this one is very, very important. The base is very, very important. Okay? All the letters are based upon this line, as I told you earlier. That is why this zone is the base zone or the heart of the handwriting. Okay? This is about the middle zone letters. My dear students, handwriting is a very, very important aspect of our education. Actually, even though I explained you in our early class, but it is my interest to say again about the importance of handwriting. not too in depth but brief. Just handwriting is an important aspect of the student life because it activates the brain more than other activities of the education: listening, speaking and reading. These three have taken the less time, but writing take more time. That's why handwriting activates the brain more than these three activities of the education. Okay, and next it contributes the visual perfection. The visual perfection is very important aspect of handwriting. If a reader or the evaluator is not able to understand what you have written, how can he have an idea about that answer which is written by you? That is why the visual perfection is very important. Basically, visual perfection leads to the reading fluency. Then he can read fluently what you have written, and you also can read fluently others what they have written. Okay, that is why it activates the brain more and it contributes to the visual perfection, which leads to the reading fluency. And handwriting have a great impact on the grades and the marks. These are the days of competition. If you get 95% of marks and if you go for a seat or for a job, before you already there will be a line of so many students or the persons, those who got 97% marks or 98% marks. These are the days of competition. So we have to get more marks with good handwriting. Handwriting contributes you to get good marks. So handwriting shows a great impact on the marks in the grades. And a very important thing is it triggers out. Handwriting triggers out the poor self-esteem of a student, so that his confidence levels will be increased or enhanced. Finally, it leads to a good study or getting good marks. Okay, so my dear students, practice the handwriting very well. Without practicing, you cannot get good handwriting. Practice is very important, because in all other subjects the contribution of the student is only to read and to memorize what he has studied and what he has listened in the class. Okay, the contribution of student is less and the contribution of the teacher is more in other subjects. But here in handwriting, the contribution of teacher is very less. Just we explain you how to write and what to write, but you have to practice. Practice take more time. So contribution of the student is very important regarding this handwriting. Getting handwriting or enhancing handwriting is depend upon your practice. Just to practice daily 10 to 15 minutes. It is enough to get good handwriting. Okay, no problem. So many used to say that if you are writing Lucida, it will take so much time to write, sir. Yes, I agree with you. But practice makes the man perfect. For example, take a paragraph of 5 to 6 lines. Write that paragraph in Lucida font. No problem. If it take 10 minutes or 15 minutes, just note down the time after writing that particular paragraph of 5 lines or 5 sentences. Okay? On the first day you have written within 10 minutes. Repeat writing the same paragraph on next day also. On the second day also, you should write the same paragraph on a paper. And second day after writing the paragraph, note down the time. This process will be continued for a week. On the 7th day, to your surprise, you will be able to write that same paragraph within 5 minutes. It means these 7 days practice make you to able to write the same paragraph within 5 minutes. Okay, just do it once and check it. Definitely you can get speed handwriting and good handwriting with good practice only. Practice, practice, practice. There is an English proverb, practice makes the man perfect. So practice well and get good handwriting and enhance your handwriting, enhance your grades and marks. Okay, thank you very much.